By training, I'm an engineer. So it's not that I've ever been trained in working with kids or anything like that. It's just once I got started into it, I just love to do. Hi, I'm Steve Hayes. Once a week I come here to Levon Scott Academy and I meet with a third grader for a program called School Buddies to act as a mentor, to encourage him in his studies and just to give him a good adult role model. And then also once a month I come in here to do a program called Real Men Read and read to some kids, and I have a hoot when I do it. If we are going to bring the good news to people, there's more to the gospel than just talking about church. So if I'm really going to be someone who really follows Jesus, the things that impact his heart are going to be the things that impact mine. As I started thinking about these kids not being able to read and the impact in their lives, it's like this is not something that God would desire. He'd say, let these children come to me, and this is something that's bringing them farther away, that their lives are just collapsing. And so it's like, okay, I need to do what I can here to be involved with that. The very first book we had was a book called On a Beam of Light. It's about Albert Einstein. And I'm sitting here looking at this book thinking, Albert Einstein, we're going to book about Albert Einstein, and it's a picture book, and I'm thinking how I'm going to have to really work on this to make this come alive to the kids. But I talked to them about imagination, that he used his imagination to make thought experiments. And then I left a picture with the teacher, that a quote from Einstein where he says, logic will take you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. And it was the coolest thing because the next month I walk in and this photo of Einstein was up on the wall. And the other thing the teacher said was that the kids had been going down to the library and checking books out on Einstein. And I thought, I can't teach the kids to read. I'm only there for an hour a month. What I see my role is to inspire the kids to read, to put books in their hands so that when they go home, they want to read them to their brothers and sisters. And if I can inspire them to do that in that hour that I'm there, that's the best thing I can do. The books aren't Christian books, but these are things that people who follow Jesus would do. And they know that. I think the kids sense that. The teachers pick up on it very quickly. Out of 9 readers now at Levon Scott, 7 of those are from fellowship. I've encouraged them to be praying for the kids when they go in, to pray for the teachers that they're dealing with there, to encourage them, because Levon Scott is a hard school to be in. 40 to 50% of the kids are English as a second language. Over 85% of the kids are in poverty in that area where the school is at. So the pressures on the kids from family situations, from the neighborhood that go on to the teachers is immense. If a kid isn't reading by 3rd grade, basically they never catch up. And the risk of them dropping out of high school just leaps. 66% of the inmates in prison don't have a high school degree. That statistic staggered me. And so the Real Men Read just appealed to me because it addresses those issues. At the end of the year, there's 4 books in that kid's home that wouldn't be there because we read the book, and the books that we read, they take home with them.
My name is Erica Scott, and this is my 2nd grade class here at Levon Scott Academy. I really appreciate the Real Men Read program because having Mr. Hayes come in and read to us, he always does an interactive lesson with the class after he reads to them. I just really appreciate the way that he integrates some sort of science or social lesson with the activity that he's doing, like the mummy that we're making right now with our baking soda and salt.
And Real Men Read, of course, is only men. But the School Buddies thing, where you're working one-on-one with a kid, and these are kids that they've been identified as really needing help. And there's really a need for that. There's actually hundreds of kids in this area that are waiting for a match for that program. And I think that has really moved my mind to say, these are the things that Jesus would do. If I'm going to follow him, if I want to have him in my life, I need to be doing those things that I know he would do. And this is one of those things that I look at, I would say, Jesus would do this. And so I'm trying to join him there. I don't feel like it's something I have to do. but it's something that I've ended up wanting to do.